with Beryl Reid called Private Lives.
Oh, so that was... I don't think I was so bad there, but she was appalling. Yes, she tried to make me cry. I mean, everybody cried on television. She said, well, I don't know how it is, but stage folk, they're rather emotional people, and they've been on a run together. It's not like anything else, you know. You get very close to people, and when it finishes, you can't help being a little bit emotional, you know. I felt emotional too, but my emotion was wanting to push her face down under the sofa. And I expect the pianist thought so too, because she sang his song with him when he had his spot. So this pianist, with a smile painted on his face, went through his piece in his spot with Beryl Reid singing, which I thought was rather very good form on his part and rather bad form on hers.
There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say goodbye.
There's no sense in which the memoirs were getting your own back.
I hear in there in the memoirs that it is a question of getting my own back. I mean, and that's maybe deplorable, but natural enough. And I hope they aren't all like that in every respect. But very often, a good story shows somebody behaving in a bad way, or even an atrocious way. And I don't see why some misguided sense of mercy or compunction should stop one on its own, anyway.
Who do you think, I mean, is there anyone you're especially pleased to have got your own back on in the book?
No, I think it would be unfair to the others to mention anybody. I was especially glad to have put down.
Who lives here?
Well, there's Hilly, who is my first ex-wife, and she looks after me, and also her husband, her third husband, Lord Kilmarnock, and their son, James, and various others drop in from time to time. But there are 4 pretty permanent residents.
You wouldn't like to live alone?
No, I wouldn't do it. Some people seem to be able to make a success of it, but I'd miss all sorts of things. I shouldn't like it. I shouldn't feel comfortable. And for me, for this human being, the most natural thing in the world is chatter, often trivial, ephemeral gossip, and guess who I saw today, and guess what he said, and what do you think? Rodder's gone off with Denise. Oh, no, really? Or couldn't you see that sticking out a mile the last time? That sort of thing, which is all really unimportant in the bits it's composed of, but very, very important in the whole thing that it forms.
No, we're not doing anything on Boxing Day so far.
Nobody's ever going to watch it in the cinema. Yeah. So I don't suppose, I may be wrong, I don't suppose you get some win for
If I see Brian Guinness Moyne again, his wife has an Arab stud, and I'll suggest that he would be delighted, I'm sure. I don't know.
Desiree cut short the bit about privatising the armed services. Could it have been? To send Freddie to the bar for more drinks. Explaining to him what that involved usually took so long that men had been known to give up and go themselves. But she had him on his feet in seconds and gave him a middle-grade shove in the back. Off you go, darling, she said. Freddie now looked as if somebody had exploded a small flashbulb under his nose. I haven't any money, he said. So he understood part, at any rate, of what was required of you when you went to the bar for more drinks. But he was everlastingly one of those who never have any money to hand at others' call, any more than a light, or a cigarette, or a stamp, or a comb, or a pen, or an envelope, or an aspirin, or the least clue when asked about anybody's telephone number or address or recent movements or name, or where anything from a drawing pin to the city of Birmingham might be found. When on this occasion he had at last been persuaded to find his pocket and find his wallet in it and find some money in the wallet, not that under the rules of his household there'd ever be much there, he had got some sort of fix on the bar and had moved circuitously off, Desiree said to Harry, "There were just a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about, you know, with just the two of us." Just the two of them it indeed now was. Close, intimate, that kind of thing. What the change boded made him rather hanker after the 22 of them it had been a few minutes before.
Well, it was just...
Peter, you have the nicest ex-wives of anybody I
Oh,
know.
you do? I'm glad you like them all. Yes, yes. Yeah.
They're not all alive, though, are they?
I saw number 3 again last week.
You saw one dead?
Number 3. No, I didn't have that privilege. No,
Didn't you have lunch with the girl or something?
yes.
Did she
When
tell you?
I say yes, I'm not saying yes. It was just reasonably entertaining.
She used to, I think I've said to you already, she was a dasher in her day.
Yes, I'm sure. When you write about the past, people you've known in the past, you, especially those who have been dead quite a long time, you miss them. I don't think it makes you miss them more, writing about them, but it does made me see how much I'd undervalued some of them, and in fact, perhaps all of them. And it's one of the things about life is that you go through it pointing only one way, and you don't know that you've got a very nice mother, because you don't know anything about mothers. You see your friends' mothers, but you don't make much of them. And schools and schoolmasters, and fathers too, let's say, and people of one's own age, you have a very poor standard of comparison, because when you come to an experience, it's the first time for you, and